Hello, welcome to Greg's Channel 1. I'm Greg, this is Channel 1, and we're here for another time to go Kerblam. I love the name of this episode. Welcome back to the Doctor Who reviews. This is Doctor Who Season 11, Episode 7, and let's get on with my review of Kerblam. Now, absolutely loved this episode. I'm not going to lie. I thought this episode, I don't know. There was so much in this episode that I liked that I thought, yeah, I like the take on this, or I like the way that this happened. I like the way that this worked. One of my favourite moments was the fact that they subverted my expectation. They made me think something was going to happen, and then flipped it on its head and went, ha, and you went, oh yeah, wow. And I was quite impressed with it, because it was something I wasn't necessarily thinking of at the time. The way that the episode opened was great. Hold on, we are holding on, hold on tighter. I love Whittaker. I think Whittaker's great. Love Graham. Yaz came into her own in this episode. She really felt more fleshed as a character. She felt I'm finding I'm loving the team of three. As usual, I'm not very good at withholding spoilers, so spoilers will be coming. And if you're watching something with a review in the title before watching the episode, you do you, I guess. Do what you want. I'm not going to tell you not to do any different. Okay, so obviously it starts off, and Space Postman, Space Amazon, but run 90% by AI, 10% by humans. I thought that was quite a neat idea to go with. However, I thought it was interesting that they made you think that the AI were bad and the AI were killing people off, because people will go missing. And then you realise, no. And then they swip it, and it's the janitor. Wait a minute. Didn't the doctor say something about the janitor? Oh yeah, she said to Graham, you can go around and find out so much. No one will notice you. That line came back in bitter, because it proves obviously Charlie being the other janitor, he was the one causing all of them to go missing. Should have suspected him, but I didn't. I honestly thought that Slade. We'll go with Slade. Jarvis Slade. I want to say his name was Slade. I'm saying that way too many times. Anyway, the feel I got from him initially was from back in the days of Eccleston's Doctor, when you had the giant Jagrafest thing, that episode, and you had Simon Pegg's character. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting Slade to be one of those characters that's being puppeted by the system. The system is telling him what to do. However, holding something close to him under their control that they could destroy to stop him from rejecting the system's demands, or something like that. And then obviously Charlie being revealed as the villain right at the end. His heel turn confirmed, and it's like, oh. And I like the fact that the way that they did that is they made Kira the focal point for everyone to love her, and then her to go boom, and Charlie to realise that the AI got one up on him. He'd been, trying to make the AI look bad, and the AI went, nussa. Swapped it round on him, boom. Took from him something he loved. And I thought it was interesting because his cause was interesting because of the fact that, he wanted humans to take control. He wanted to stop the AI putting the humans lower down. Interesting. Lee Mack in this episode. I love Lee Mack. He's great. Always makes me smile whenever he's on screen because he's so funny when he needs to be. And he was funny in this episode, apart from the couple of moments in the build-up to his departure from the show. And I felt sad that they killed Lee Mack. I mean, what the hell, Doctor Who? You can't go doing that. It's not very nice. But it worked. And obviously, Julie Hesmondager, Judy, whatever her character's, I think her character's name was Judy. But every time I saw her, I kept thinking, Hayley from Coronation Street. British fan. British soaps were what I watched when I was younger, so I knew her as Hayley from Corrie. And that's all I saw her as. I knew she wasn't going to be a villain. Because they can't do that to Hayley. Okay, she's no longer Hayley anymore, but still. You can't do that to Julie. No. Wouldn't allow it. Ryan felt very real in this episode. When he was talking about how his connection with Kira. Explaining to her, that with his dyspraxia, it took him forever to learn how to do his job. However, he got good at it because people were willing to take, to look after him. I thought that was quite nice. The AI were terrifying. Oh, those postmen, they looked... they made me feel uncomfortable. I think that also added to the fact that, they seemed to be trying to play him off as the villains. But they weren't. That was interesting. Good old Graham as usual, being the amount of advice and everything. More Graham, please. Please. I think the only other thing I really want to say is I love the fact that Yaz had that moment where she had the necklace with from Lee Mack's character Dan that said Dad. And she asks for a request at the end, and the doctor's like, "Sure, what do you want?" I want to give this to Dan's daughter, and I thought, "Aww." Anyway, I really enjoyed this episode. I think it's a solid 8. I loved it. I think it's. I'm loving this season. Jodie Whittaker and the way the stories are connecting with me and making me enjoy the characters. I really liked it. Anyway, we've got another 3 episodes left. Episode 9, episode 8, and episode 10 left, and then New Year's. That's going to be interesting, doing a New Year's Eve episode. Might even be work. Oh. Anyway, that's off topic. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. See you next week for episode 8. There's I'm thinking of doing something along the lines of something that the British TV has, and just giving my evaluation on stuff and interesting stuff. Anyway, see you next week in another time, and see you next time, guys. Goodbye.